what you're viewing. It's time for us to see what's doing. Liberace's turning on. 9 at 9 is really groovy.
Kids are loving this show today.
They're big Liberace fans. All right, here we go. Number 9, the naming contest is on our favorite eaglets at Big Bear Lake in California. Friends of Big Bear Lake are now accepting submissions for the names. Are there 2 eaglets or 3?
No, there were 3.
This is a live picture of the
There
eagle
were
king.
3.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
oh,
we
geez.
lost one.
Let's focus on the ones we have left.
Boy, you're off for a week and...
Eagles
Oh,
died.
geez.
Yeah.
Anyway, those 2 eaglets, they're looking for names. You can submit them for a small or large donation. Keep in mind, this is a not-for-profit organization run by volunteers, and we'll have the
Yeah, no,
website.
Mom's feeding. This is live right here. Mom's feeding the little chicks.
Oh, come
Doesn't
on.
Larry know which one's which by just looking at them? at this point?
He knows the mom or the dad based on like a smudge on one of them's face, I think he said. I can't remember.
Would you look at that? That is precious.
I
It's
mean, that
nature.
is the gift of life right there, right?
Darn right it
Sharing
is.
food with the babies, keeping them alive, other than the one who didn't make it.
Oh,
What is it that they're eating there?
but last year the 2 eggs didn't even hatch, so this is a beautiful story. 2 little,
It's a story of
Little birds.
survival.
Well,
that piece of meat looks a little big for that
kind of.
baby to choke down, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm no
What do we
eagle.
know? What do we know about caring for eaglets?
All right.
Anyway,
Number 8.
There you go.
A famous actor has a new album. We're going to play a song and see if you can guess who it is. It's a tough one.
Dream when you're feeling blue. Dream, that's the thing to do.
Steve Martin.
That's
Oh,
Steve
that's
Martin.
Steve Martin.
That's my guess.
No, it's
Yes.
All right.
You wanna
I
know
had no
who it is?
idea.
Watch the smoke.
The album is called What's Not to
in
Love,
the
and he's releasing it under the name Mr. Romantic.
Get out of here.
John C. Reilly, Paul's college buddy. You know that? Paul was friends
Yes.
with John C. Reilly
They
in
went to
college.
theater school together. Can you
Back
imagine
then, he
Paul?
was just John Reilly.
I can't imagine Paul in theater.
You know what? That looks like a guy Paul would have been
Yeah,
friends
it
with in
does.
college
Absolutely.
for sure.
And he's so well connected that he's been on our show a total of 0 times. So thanks
Great
to
friend.
Paul.
Clearly, he enjoyed his
Yeah.
time with Paul
Yeah.
in college. All right, number 7. Let's talk about Chindogu. Chindogu. This is a Japanese concept where inventors will come up with quirky, impractical inventions that solve everyday problems.
Well, what's
So let's
that?
take a look at a few of them. This
I like
keeps-
the butter stick.
Me too.
looks
That was
good.
like a chapstick of butter?
Oh, the foot sweeper.
No.
Yeah, that's how you get the crumbs up.
Pillow attached to your head.
Nap anywhere.
That's okay.
Oh, floor cleaner. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What is that? Peeper? Periscope eyes?
I don't know what that is.
Either.
What is?
Oh, cameras. Get all
Some
the cameras all
influencer
around.
will buy that. Yeah.
360 view.
Oh, look at that! You could sleep on the subway.
That's a great idea. Cooling off your ramen.
Okay. Oh,
you go.
Robin, you could use this
I
morning.
could use this.
Yeah, you
this
flip it
morning.
around the back end. It's dual purpose.
That. We're one good
Isn't that
idea
nice?
away from getting out of here, though.
Yeah, we
We've been
are.
saying that for
Yep.
years.
Chindogu.
There we
That's
go.
what that is. Okay.
All right, number 6. These are snakes that fly. They are found in Southeast Asia. And when they take off, they contort their bodies, making them more aerodynamic. It allows them to fly up to 100 meters through the air.
How far is that?
It's like
About
320 feet.
Something.
Yeah. They're venomous too, by the way.
Oh,
Don't worry, their venom is only dangerous to their prey. They feast on small rodents, frogs, birds, and bats.
oh, so they can't do you any harm when they leap out of nowhere.
Ugh. All right, number 5, let's talk about immortal jellyfish. They're small but mighty and fascinating sea creatures. They're only about 0.18 inches across.
I love looking at jellyfish.
So they're smaller than a pinky nail. They've got bright red stomachs in the center of their transparent bodies, and they've got 90 microscopic tentacles. But here's where it really gets cool. If these jellyfish are injured or exposed to starvation, they will go back in their development process.
Wow.
They will rebuild themselves, hence the name immortal jellyfish. They use rare process known as transdifferentiation, and it's fascinating to scientists. They study these creatures to learn about stem cell recycling and stem cell research.
Pretty cool.
All right. Here's another one for Morgan. Number 4, did you know who created the periodic table of elements? Well, yes, that would be Dmitri Mendeleev. He created the periodic table of the elements, baby, but I'm not going to tell you. In the 1860s, as part of the table, the Russian scientists created the period law of the elements, a fundamental law of the late 19th century. His contributions, there she goes again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're all going down.
And that's what I think of the Russians. Dmitri was nominated for a Nobel Prize in Chemistry 9 times, but he never won.
What?
Why? Because of this guy, Svante Arrhenius, pronounced like Uranus.
Huh.
You're not going to give it to that guy. Dmitri was critical of one of that Swedish guy's paper, so Uranus blocked him from winning the Nobel Prize, which just goes to show you can't block Uranus.
I thought that story was for me, but it ended up being for you. It's really not fair.
Totally.
You
It
took
really
that.
started highbrow and ended right down there. All right, let's try this one for Morgan. Number 3, this is a visualization of pi being irrational.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? I'm not totally sure, but look at how mesmerizing it is. Basically, there are 2 pendulums. One is rotating at the speed of 1, and the other at the speed of pi. And when they're combined, you get this trippy pattern demonstrating that pi cannot be expressed as a simple fraction.
Yeah, I think we all know that.
You nailed it, yeah.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, that's an irrational number.
Ah,
A real number that can't be a fraction.
huh.
She's
Look
just
at
showing
that.
That's what happens when the
showing
mathletes drink in college.
Let me tell you about my science party one of these days.
Let's not.
Boy.
One of these days.
Yeah.
Not today,
I
but
had
one of these days
the whole
we'll hear that.
periodic table of elements in cupcakes.
This was in college.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
in college.
Did you have many boyfriends back then?
Just one.
That's all you need.
He left.
Yeah.
Number 2, coming up in the next half hour, we're talking to grammar experts about their new film, which reminded us of this. Kids of the 70s and 80s knew this song well, Conjunction Junction from Schoolhouse Rock. Give me the thumbs up.
You look skeptical.
What's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Sounds right up Morgan's alley.
How's that function?
I got 3 favorite cards that get most of my job done.
Conjunction junction. What's their function?
I got and, but, and, or. They'll get you pretty far. And that's an additive like this and that.
Never seen the Schoolhouse Rock?
No, we did. Yeah, no, we watched this in elementary school.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? They used to,
Like when a bill becomes a law?
Yeah, and the preamble. They did
These
the whole
were
preamble.
so good.
I feel like this is when American education was at its pinnacle.
You think?
Yeah, and since
But
then...
we're the product of that. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right, number 1, we had on an author yesterday who has a new biography of the 80s pop group The Bangles, and we really ended up going down some rabbit holes and learning a lot of useless information about the band. First, one of their minor hits was a song called Going Down to Liverpool. Did we talk about that? Well, anyway, let's hear a bit of that, shall we? Well, that song was originally written by a guy named Kimberly Rue for the band he was in, Katrina and the
Oh,
Waves.
yeah, Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah.
Of course, this was the big hit for that band.
Sorry. God, I hate this song.
You would hate this.
This is like
happy and
So
optimistic.
It's just bad. It's a bad song, though. Nice, fun lyrics, but terrible.
How do you feel about Conjunction Junction? Is that more of a
before my
catchy
time,
tune?
buddy.
like it.
My friend Katrina hates this song.
Oh, well, she's got, yeah, that's fair.
It's like people. So anytime we go out, she was my college roommate. So anytime we go out to the, you know, anywhere at a party at school, oh, it's Katrina and the Waves.
I think we have more useless
really
information about this. Too.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
You finish it.
No,
Patrick.
you finish it.
All right. Katrina Liskanek was a U.S. Army bred, and she lived in London, which is how she met her bandmates. Baseball fans might recognize her last name, Liskanek, because her cousin is the pitcher Kurt Liskanek, who pitched 12 seasons in the majors and won a World Series with the Red Sox in 2004. If that's not enough fun, Katrina and the Waves kept recording a bit, but never really had any big hits after this. That's until Kimberly Rue cranked out another one for the band in 1997, Love Shine a Light. That song and Katrina and the Waves represented the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest and won it all. That song went to the top 5 all over Europe. Let's hear it.
See, this doesn't mean anything to us because we know nothing about Eurovision.
Let's check in with Matt, who is our resident Brit. He's in the control room. He's from Liverpool, I believe. Do you remember this in Eurovision, Matt?
Oh yeah, this was a really big day. One of arguably the proudest I've ever been to be an Englishman.
Really?
Yeah, oh, it was massive. We've never won it ever since. We've had a 40-year-old man sing about teenage life. We didn't win that year, so this is the best we've done.
Matt, who ranks higher for you, this lady or David Beckham?
Oh, this lady, she brought Eurovision home.
She brought Eurovision home.
Oh,
wow,
man.
who knew?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Matt. Good to check in with you.
Yeah, Liverpool, the cultural mecca.
Chip, chip.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
That's the 9 at 9.
Feeling groovy.